Imagine waiting for someone every single day, rain or shine, through the heat of summer and the cold of winter, for not just weeks, not months, but 10 long years. Imagine sitting in the same place, eyes locked on the door, holding on to a hope that never fades. This is not just a story. This is a true story of loyalty, devotion, and love beyond what most of us can even imagine. This is the story of the dog who waited 10 years. It all began in a quiet little town. Every morning, people would see a dog walk his master to the train station. The man was a kind professor, known for his gentle nature and warm smile. He worked in the city, and each day his faithful companion, a dog named Buddy, would accompany him to the station. They had a routine. The man boarded the train, and Buddy sat waiting at the station until evening. As soon as the train returned, Buddy's tail would wag with joy as he ran to greet his beloved owner. This ritual continued day after day, a simple act of love repeated with unwavering devotion. But one day, everything changed. The man left for work as usual, patted Buddy on the head, and promised to return. But he never came back. That day, while giving a lecture at the university, the professor suffered a sudden illness that took his life. He was gone in an instant. Buddy did not know. All Buddy knew was that his master had gone through those train station doors, and so he naturally believed he would return the same way. And so, Buddy waited. The first night passed, then the second. Days turned into weeks. People noticed the dog still waiting faithfully at the station every evening when the trains came in. They saw his eyes scanning the faces of every passenger, his ears lifting at every familiar sound, and his tail twitching with the smallest flicker of hope. But his owner never stepped off that train. How long do you think a dog can wait? A week? A month? Maybe a year? Buddy did not wait for days. He did not wait for months. He waited for 10 long years. Through scorching summers, pouring rain, and freezing winters, he returned to that same spot at the station every morning and every evening. Passengers came and went. Children grew up. Seasons changed. But Buddy's loyalty remained unchanged. The townspeople began to care for him. Vendors at the station gave him food. Strangers patted him kindly. Children played around him, often asking their parents, "Why does the dog sit here every day?" And parents would reply with a lump in their throat, "He's waiting for his master." The dog became a symbol of loyalty and devotion. Some found the story heartbreaking. Others found it inspiring, but no one could ignore it. As years passed, Buddy grew older. His once strong legs began to weaken. His fur turned gray, his steps slowed, but his eyes never lost their light. They remained fixed on those station doors, always expecting to see that familiar face walk through. He would perk up at the sound of a train whistle, his body trembling with anticipation, only to lower his head again when his master did not appear. And still, he stayed. People tried to take him home. They tried to give him shelter during storms and warmth during winter nights. But no matter where he was taken, Buddy always returned to the station, to the place where he had last seen his beloved human. It was as if his heart was tethered there, bound by love that even time could not break. One winter evening, a terrible storm struck the town. The winds howled, rain poured, and snow covered the streets. People worried for Buddy. They searched for him, calling his name. And where did they find him? At the station, shivering in the cold, drenched from the storm, but still sitting, still waiting. He would not leave. A child asked his mother that night, "Why won't the dog go home?" And the mother, with tears in her eyes, replied, "Because this is his home. His home is where his master is." That simple answer captured the truth of Buddy's heart. His loyalty was his home. Years went by, and Buddy's story began to spread beyond the town. Newspapers wrote about him. Journalists came to see him. Travelers visited the station just to catch a glimpse of the dog who never gave up. His story was called one of the most moving true stories of loyalty ever told. People from across the country sent letters saying how Buddy inspired them to hold on to hope, to believe in love, to cherish loyalty. And then, one quiet day, 10 years after his owner's passing, Buddy's journey finally came to an end. Locals said that on his last morning, he lay down at his usual spot, gazing toward the station doors one final time. With a peaceful sigh, as if letting go, Buddy closed his eyes. He never woke up again. He had waited until his very last breath. When the townspeople discovered Buddy had passed, grief spread throughout the entire community. People wept openly. Flowers were placed at the station. Children left small drawings beside him. Even those who had never known the professor felt as though they had lost a piece of their own family. Some said Buddy's spirit had finally been reunited with his beloved master, running joyfully into his arms beyond this world. Others believed that Buddy still lingered at the station, his spirit silently guarding the place where his heart had always belonged. Buddy's story did not end with his passing. His loyalty became a legend. Statues were built to honor him. His name was written in history as a symbol of devotion. His story spread around the world, reminding millions of the pure, unconditional love animals give us, a love that humans often struggle to match. When we hear Buddy's story, we can't help but ask ourselves, would I wait that long for someone I love? Would anyone wait that long for me? These are questions that stir something deep within us, because in a world where promises are often broken and love can feel uncertain, Buddy's loyalty shines like a light in the darkness. He proved that loyalty is not measured by time, but by the depth of the heart. Buddy's legacy is more than the story of a dog. It is a reminder that true love never gives up, that faith is stronger than despair, and that devotion can outlast even death itself. His wait may have ended, but his story continues to inspire generations. So whenever you feel forgotten, whenever you wonder if love is real, remember Buddy, the dog who waited 10 years for his owner. His love was silent, but it spoke louder than any words. His wait was long, but it taught the world that some bonds can never be broken. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone you love. Leave a comment below and tell us, would you wait 10 years for someone you love? And if you believe in loyalty, in hope, and in the power of love, make sure to subscribe for more emotional true stories like this one. Because stories like Buddy's deserve to be told again and again. The dog who waited 10 years for his owner may no longer be here, but his spirit lives on in every story of devotion, in every act of loyalty, and in every heart that believes in the power of love.